My name is Delvin Fletcher. I'm Chief Operating Officer of Xchange Technology Group. We became an e-ternity customer about 2.5 years ago, actually prior to my time here with the company. One of the things that we were looking at when we built the strategy was a modular approach that didn't require us to get into super detailed disaster recovery planning and figure out the answers to all of our business questions. And so one of the things that's really been helpful about using e-ternity, and especially the cloud backup powered by Asigra, is that it allows us to work step by step as we figure out where our critical needs are. And for us in particular, that was starting to deal with core business server backups. Then we've added some other elements into that. But the idea of building something that's modular that allows us to leverage the capabilities of the cloud in addition to dealing with what for us is the most crucial issue, which is our enterprise backups, has been really, really helpful. Business objectives for us in terms of backup strategy are really pretty simple. Number one, we need a high degree of reliability. We need to be able to do multiple backups of critical systems on fairly frequent timetables. We need to be able to recover quickly when we have had a few data issues. We also need to be able to access systems all over the world because we have divisions in both Europe and North America. Some of them have local systems, some of them are connected to our backbone and are part of our enterprise strategy. So we need to be able to tap into all kinds of things and sort of pull out critical files or critical enterprise applications and work with them. And that's one of the things that's been really effective is, part of it's peace of mind, part of it's actually not having to think too much about this, because for me, a backup strategy that's working is one that I'm not thinking about. And it's not that I actually want to use it all that often, really, because it's usually in the case of hardware failure or some other infrastructure failure that you have to go back to the systems that you need. And we've had to do that several times. And really the key thing for me has been just the speed and consistency of being able to dig into data and slice it quickly, or pull out a critical file, get it restored, or be able to rebuild a piece of hardware and then go back and get its applications. So we've had to do actually some of those things over the last couple of years, and they've worked very, very well. I think one of the other things that's important, especially in a day and age when we're really relying on technology and cloud services and things like that as the core enabler of doing business processes, is every once in a while you got to have something that's a little bit more personal. We had a situation 4 or 5 months ago where we had a major hardware failure in a key part of our data center. We needed to do some restores. We had a team of people working around the clock, and at one point we were trying to find a critical file that was sitting in the Asigra backup portfolio. And I still remember sitting at home on the side of my bed talking on my cell phone about this. Literally had a call from one of e-ternity's people at 1:30 in the morning. And we talked for about 10 minutes and made sure that my team was doing what they needed to do and his team was doing what they needed to do, and I think we both went back to sleep, at least I did. But that was, to me, a really powerful example of what a good vendor-customer relationship is about, because we've got lots of technology that we're trying to run automatically, but every once in a while you've got to get a human being involved to make sure that everybody's doing their job, and that was just a great example of how that happened. We've been really happy with e-ternity and the cloud backup technologies enabled by Asigra for our business needs over the last couple of years. We're looking forward to broadening this in the future and to expanding into sort of deeper parts of our infrastructure. So as a customer, I've been very happy with this partnership, and I want it to continue to expand.